Welcome to this week's episode of Amanda's Allotment. Today we're going to talk about planning your garden for the next year. We're going to go through seeds and what I'm going to be growing in my allotment, and we'll take a look at see what's growing in the greenhouse. So, this here was a notice board that I found in the shed of plot 24, and it had some other plans on it, so I basically got rid of those and I'm using this for my plans. So what I'm going to do is do close up and then point out what I've done, how I've done it. So what we've got here, oh, that's actually holding. So this here is plot 25. This is the full plot that I have. And then we've got plot 24A here. And this here tells me all of the vegetables that I'm going to be growing from vegetables. And it's got a chart on here that tells me when I can plant them, when I sow them, plant them out and harvest. Now this is all done on a garden planner. I haven't paid any money for it. I've cheated a little bit. I basically used a free trial to design the garden or the allotment, printed it off, and that's it. The only thing with this is you can't do more than one, with the free trial you can't do more than one, so after I did this one I had to basically clear the whole lot, delete the whole lot, and then do this one afterwards. Now obviously doing it that way you won't be able to use it every year unless you change your email address, but if you like it and it works well for you, then you can pay the subscription, and I think they do have a lot more features as well if you pay the subscription. Now obviously you don't have to do it on a computer, you can just draw it, a lot of people do, but I found it easier to do it on the garden planner, and it's quite fun as well. So so these are all my beds here, can you see? Yeah, here. So as you can see, this top bed here will be for my brassicas. Then here I've got garlic, onions, garlic and shallots, onions. Then this is my bean bed with the strawberries that I'm not going to be moving this year unless I absolutely have to. They'll stay there this year, and then next year I'll move them. Then we've got swede. What else have I got in there? Oh no, sorry, this is peas, not beans. This is peas and strawberries. This is beans and swede. And then I've got carrots, parsnips and tomatoes in this bed. Sweet corn, squash, summer and winter squash and sweet corn in this bed. And then this is the fruit area here. Let me see if I can move it down a bit. Yeah, this is the fruit area here, the strawberries and the greenhouse, etc. And then on plot 24, let's move back up again. We've only got the two beds here, and then this is the chickens, so that's for potatoes this year. And then after the chickens I've got a couple of raised beds here, which I've got spring onions, lettuce and strawberries in there. So yeah, this is my plan for 2018. Okay, so I've been sorting through my seeds. I'm just going to show you. So these holders were actually packet mix holders that we used to have at work. So I thought that they actually came in handy for the seeds. They have little sliders in there to separate them. So and then what I did was this bit here, which is where your labels, you know, would go in the store. I just put in a piece of paper and written the months down. January, February, March, April, May, June. Now you can see a lot of Dobies packets. Our particular allotment, we have the Dobies catalogue. Comes in October time, September, October, where we get 50% off of seeds. So that's why I've got quite a few of these, because I actually managed to save a fair bit of money. Ooh. So the first thing that I'm going to be sowing this year, for next year, is onions. I'll be doing them on Boxing Day, and these are a variety called Exhibition, which I've never grown before. Apparently these are the ones that you want to grow if you're growing them for show. Now I'm not growing them for show, but I do like the idea of big onions, so we'll see how we go with that. This is all the stuff that I'm going to be doing in January, December, January. So the next thing is my carrots. Now I've decided to go for Amsterdam Forcing, which again I've never grown. It was Nantes 5 that I did last year, so we'll see how they go. And then these are just packets, old packets that I've still got. So I will be growing this all year round cauliflower, some Moneymaker tomatoes, and I'll probably just do a few of the Ida Craig onions, because they tend to work pretty well for me. So you see my cat. Are you getting in on the video, Paolo? February, we have got melons. So last year I grew another cantaloupe melon. Didn't really do very well, but I think that's because I did them too late. So I will be doing those again this year, next year. But I've also decided to go for watermelon Sugar Baby. Home Gardens, Dan from Home Gardens, he grows them, and he always seems to do pretty well with them, and he recommends them, so I'm giving those a try. That's Sugar Baby. These are, I think these are tomatoes, but as you can see, I've left them in the rain, or with rain getting through, and it's made the label disappear. I think they're tomato. I think they must be a cherry type tomato, so I'll do a few of those, but they will go in the greenhouse, not outside. And the only ones that will be going outside is the Moneymaker and the plum tomatoes. And then, let's do this one. Broccoli, or Calabrese. Marathon F1 I've gone for. Again, another one that I've not grown before. Now, I'm quite lucky that I have the space to try new things if I want to. And it's not too much of a big deal if it doesn't really work. So, yeah, I'm quite lucky with that. And cucumbers, February to May. I'm not really sure that I'll do them in February. I think I'll probably do them in March. Telepathy F1. I won't be growing cucumbers outside this year. This year's cucumbers were just rubbish, really. So I've decided to just do greenhouse cucumbers, and I'm going for Telepathy. So I'm going to put that in March. Peppers, just the normal rainbow type bell peppers. Aubergines, celery, leeks. I think that's the cantaloupe melons there. Some broad beans, because my broad beans my winter ones haven't come up at all, so I will start those again and do some in February. And then the peas, this is a spring This is called Spring Blush. It's a Monge 2. So I thought I'd give them a go. What's that one? Oh, that's a different Brussels. So, and then we've got the Parsnips exhibition. What's them? Oh, that must be a spring onion called Kagero. I think that might be a red one. A tomato Incus F1. I think they're sort of like an elongated type tomato, if I remember rightly from the catalogue. Cabbage Noel F1. Again, a lot of these I haven't grown before. So Brussels sprouts Jade Cross F1. Now the Brussels sprouts, this is a dwarf type one, so it doesn't grow too high, and I purposely did that because I want the Brussels to fit inside the cloches that I have. I don't want to have to be putting poles up taller, you know, and then putting netting over and all that sort of stuff. I want them to fit in what I've already got, so I've gone for those. They're a type of dwarf one apparently, so we'll see how they do. My Brussels were rubbish this year. The whitefly absolutely destroyed them. And this is a type of pepper called Capsicum Corno di Toro Rosso. And they're a sweet pepper, but they're more of a long shape rather than the bell shape. That's the overwintering peas, so I might try some more of those again in the spring. Iceberg lettuce, which will go in just in the raised beds. That's red cabbage, normal cabbage. Those are all things that I've grown already this year. And then we have April, May and June and July. So Lola Rosso, I really like that lettuce, so I'm going to be growing that. What's this one? Oh, this is the courgette all green bush, which is what I grew last year. Some French climbing beans again. I won't be doing the pumpkins. And what are these? Oh, there's some dwarf peas, I think. I'll have to do those again because they didn't come through. And the borlotti. Now these, I looked on the packet. This year I actually put them up against the poles and wondered why they didn't climb. It's because they're a dwarf variety. So I'll definitely be doing those again, but I won't be putting them up poles. The cauliflower I've got is Triumphant F1. And they are the ones that cover themselves. So I've not grown them before, but reading about them, it looks like, and actually one of my plot neighbours grew them, the leaves come over the curd and cover it themselves, so you don't have to worry about pulling the leaves up and bending them over and tying them around and getting yellowing of the curd. So looking forward to those. Swede, I've got a couple of varieties of swede, Invitation and Festival, so I'll probably do a little bit of both. I have actually got some more. Actually, I've got a gallery, but I won't be growing all of them this year. Next year. That is, I've got some kale. That's what I did last year, so I'll do a little bit of that. Chinese cabbage I haven't done before, so I'm going to give that a go. That doesn't get sown until June to July. I think this is a red one, a red Chinese cabbage. So yeah, it is a red one. So I look forward to that. Turnips I won't be growing this year. In fact, I won't be growing them at all. I don't like them. And that is it until we do the next year's winter garden. So I feel at ease. This year I have managed to get everything ready. There's nothing I need to panic about come spring. All my seeds are all ready to go. I have my chart and my plan, so I will know exactly when I need to plant things. A lot of things will be successional, so because the chart, the sowing chart has got a section next to it where you can write notes in. I can write the dates that for all my successional ones especially, I can write the dates, so I'll do like one every couple of weeks or one every month or whatever, and put the date in there, so then I can look back on the chart and know exactly when the next lot needs sowing. So there we go. Let me know, guys, if there's anything new that you're planning on doing next year. Do you do plans, or do you just wing it like I did last year and the year before? How do you do your plans? Do you draw them? Do you do them on a computer? Do you do them another way? I know that one of my plot neighbours does gardening by the moon, so let me know your thoughts on that as well. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is take you so we can have a look what's growing in the greenhouse. So what we have growing in the greenhouse is chickens. There is nothing growing in this greenhouse because it's all growing in the porch. So let's pull this door shut there. Right, what I've got here is some sweet peas. I did these a little bit late, but hopefully they'll be okay. It gets quite warm in here when the sun's shining anyway. These are normal peas. This is what I did at home from the ones that I did at the allotment, which haven't come up. So luckily these ones are coming up, and I did 2 per pot. If I take you down there's another load of them just there. This here is an willow, which I didn't do from seed or bulb. I actually purchased this one, and it's a lovely white one. So I'm really looking forward to that coming up. That'll probably be February, March time. These are, I think they're violas. And they were 6 for 50p at my local garden centre, so I just got loads of those. Some of them have been planted in the garden, some of them are still here. This I also purchased, which was on sale, and it is one of those that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. But that needs to be planted out. Then down here I've got some primroses. Oh, it's quite difficult to get around here. I'm in all sorts of positions. Primroses, yeah, and they've just started coming out. They're absolutely beautiful. Look at those. And then in this tray here, oh, I've got a few bits that I did from seed. No, I didn't do from seed. I got plug plants and most of them died. So what I've got left are whatever these are, because I've lost the label. And that. This is Miria. All of these little grassy things. I'm trying to remember what that is. No, I have absolutely no idea. Okay, that's very helpful, isn't it? They are, well, we'll have to wait and see. So there we go, that's what we have growing in the greenhouse. Until I sow the onions. So I would like to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this week's video. thank you to everybody for your comments, for your likes and your subscribing. And I've got Jude wandering around. Come on then. There we go. Yeah, this boy is so fat and he loves sitting on my lap. Anyway, so from me and Paolo, I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, although I will see you before New Year. Thanks for watching.